Welcome back, students, to the second half of the chapter 1.2. On to the summit, we reached the top. Students, if you remember, we had stopped at the point where Tenzing confesses the fact that it did not matter to him whether he or Hillary reached the top first. Okay, so what mattered to them was to reach the topmost point safely. Okay, moving ahead, I'm on page 18. What happens next? Now, when they've reached Kathmandu, we discovered that a controversy had taken place. Controversy is like an heated discussion. Okay, a kind of debate has taken place, and an issue has arisen. So they have decided to talk it over with Colonel Hunt, and finally they have decided that they should make a pact. A pact is a formal agreement which was signed in front of in the office of the Prime Minister of Nepal, and the copy was maintained by both of them. He says, I have a copy of Hillary's statement which I carry in my pocket. So they have their copies carrying with themselves. Now what was there in that particular agreement? Let's see. It says, it reads, Kathmandu, June 22, 1953. On May 29, Tenzing Sherpa and I left our high camp on Mount Everest for our attempt on the summit. This we know, this they were on their mission to Mount Everest. And the next describes about their plan of movement. That is, they would go the south summit, the southward point, then take a turn, then they would move ahead the south ridge. Ridge is actually a long narrow piece of land which is a little raised. Then when they reach the summit, they have reached together, they have embraced meaning they have hugged each other. They are very much excited about their success. They have taken a photograph. He says, I took a photograph of Tenzing holding aloft the flag. So this was finally decided that they would fix the flags on top of Mount Everest. Totally he had 4 flags with him, so he has planted them up there. And finally, the most important point is they will not be a part of any controversy whatsoever. And as the statement says, Hillary and I embraced when we reached the top. We did as well as our bulky equipment. So they are wearing their dress, which they are wearing. So it's quite heavy. And he says that we have done it. We could not hear. We had a oxygen mask on. So in that excitement, they have said that yes, we have done it. We have reached the top. Now, what was the first thought of the author which came to his mind when he reached the topmost point? What he says is, Tenzing says is, my first thought on reaching the top was a sense of gratitude. See, whatever we achieve in our lives, whatever things we are blessed or bestowed with, is all because of the grace of God. We just cannot forget this fact. So even though he must have had so many downfalls, drawbacks, setbacks, he says 6 times this after the 6th attempt, this has been a successful one. So 6 times he has failed, but you see the determination that's coming across, that never stopped him from reaching the top. So it's all because of the blessings of God. So he thanked God, he expressed his gratitude first to God. Then when we go to the temple, it's our ritual, temple, or usually temple, we place some offering. So here he says he had some offerings with him which he had to place it on the top. This is in accord meaning in agreement, or being very harmoniously with the religion. And he says he follows Buddhism, and actually he had to kneel down, but then since he was wearing that, he had that clothes, the dress which he was wearing and the equipment which he was carrying, it was difficult for him to kneel down. But then what matters is the prayer, the silent prayer that connects to God. That is what is important. Silent prayer. He just had a silent prayer in his heart, and that's enough. Wherever you are, close your eyes and think of God silently, and definitely God will hear our prayers. We need not even go to the temple, church, or the mosque to offer our prayers. Wherever we are, we can just close our eyes and think of God and offer our prayers. And the offerings, you see, he doesn't have great things to offer, but you know what matters is you have given it from your heart. So he places the biscuits, candy, a blue pencil. Obviously these things belong to his little daughter, youngest daughter Neema, and she had told her dad to place these things onto the top. And these, maybe this is what, as a child you might think very funny, but this is something which a child possesses: a compass box, a water bottle, books, pencil, rubber. These are the prized possessions which we own as a child. Now we don't care much about these things. Then he shows it to Hillary. Hillary has a smile on his face, and he has understood this is none other than his daughter who has given these things to be placed there. Next thing what they do is they place the flags onto the top. That was their duty. I fastened one end to my ice axe, tied it up to the ice axe, and then Hillary has clicked his picture onto the top. Then after that they come down onto the slope. There is a flat area where after fixing the flag they come down to a flat area. He feels thirsty. Tenzing feels thirsty, and then he takes out water from the tumbler, but then he finds that since it's too cold, the water has turned into ice, so he couldn't quench his thirst. But then he has some biscuits and he offers it to Hillary. And then next what he says is he was wearing a red scarf which his great friend Lambert, who was a leader of 1952 Swiss expedition, who has been along with him in 1952, he had given him last year. And it was he clearly remembers the date, 28th May, and they are standing on top of that mount, which is of the height of 28,215 feet. And then he had given him this red scarf, so he keeps it very fondly. And he because it was so dear to him, he had been wearing it all the way up to the mountain from Darjeeling. So as a remembrance, a small gift given by his friend, because that gave him a sense. He says, I remembered him and I felt that he was with me. I felt absolutely fit. That gave him a sense of confidence and the feeling that his friend was along with him always. He didn't feel tired. When you achieve something, although you're tired, all your tiredness goes away because you're too excited and too happy at your achievement. It was very clear sensation. This is what he felt when he was on top of the mountain. So how great he must have felt to see the world from the topmost point of the world. So we shall stop this chapter here, okay, and continue in the next video lecture. Thank you.